That's wet. We're gonna put this over here. Stay po. Back. Well, friends, Romans, countrymen, today I'm going to be reviewing the Nirvana Rodeo Blue Line. Let me know what you think. The first thing I want to talk about is the cool packing. It comes with all of the cool gear already. It's ready to ship, to travel, and that's kind of one of the things I wanted to address later. But first thing I want to say is that my priorities may not be your priorities. Everybody likes different things and has different reasons for buying their own stuff, so don't take this as canon. The first thing is what to consider when you're buying a motor. And my thing, what I was kind of told and what's held true for me, is that you want to think about what kind of flying you're going to do. If you're going to do acro, you're going to need to be centered on the motor. You're going to want to have minimal torque. You're probably going to want to get like a Scout or something like that. They're super fancy. They keep you relatively safe. They're fragile though. So if you biff it, which you're likely to do if you're doing acro, and you're new and you're pushing the limits, you may not be very safe. So I just wanted to, say that. They do what they can, but at the end of the day, this is a dangerous sport that we are participating in. So my rationale for buying this bad boy, I was looking into, three or four, basically four motors. The Parajet Maverick, the Rodeo, this guy, the Gravity Defiant, and the Scout Enduro with the Enduro frame. Let's just kind of go through my little graph thing here. If you can see my little list, you have a preview. So the price, they're all very expensive motors, with the exception being the Gravity Defiant because it's brand new. It's kind of untested, and so they're kind of just going based off of the lower price to entice people. I get that. I don't want to be a test rabbit or a test rat, so test monkey, whatever, insert animal there. It's a tough ask for me. So that was kind of my big thing. Is price was not a big deal. I have the ability to save for this as a single male, so I'm good to go there. Durability, this is probably one of the most durable frames that I have looked at, and I don't know, I just feel like I did research forever, but maybe you've done more research than me, who knows. The cool thing about this frame is I believe this is titanium, which is hard to mold back once it's dented or damaged, but it doesn't damage easily. So if you do mess up, then you just have to end up buying a new frame. Not the end of the world. I'd rather have the frame take the damage than me. So the other thing is the netting. The netting is like racket netting. It is, it's tight, it's tense, it's gonna, it flexes a little bit, but you can hear it. And it's sturdy, so it's not gonna, if it catches on something, it's either gonna break it off, or it's gonna really snag me and pull me in. If that's the case, then I already, that's pilot error. I was flying too close. But if there's little snags, little things that you catch, this is gonna do a better job rather than just some actual cord netting. The cord netting is gonna get tied up in it. It's gonna get snagged. It's gonna be no good. I believe that happened to Anthony Vella on his Maverick.
Okay, 2, 1, go.
And that's, I saw that and I was like, well, maybe not for me. So this hopefully should mitigate some of that. Maintenance. Oh, well, I guess we should just talk about the durability for the others. The Gravity Defiant, Anthony flies the Gravity Defiant. It's got that net. So does the Maverick. Maverick's got the net. And the Scout, also net. So that's there. That's what kind of sold me here. Maintenance. The maintenance on this motor is well, it's supposed to be maintenance free. I tried to scour the internet as much as I could for I feel like was forever, and I couldn't find anything wrong with this Nirvana motor, the Simonini copy motor. The only thing I could find was some British guys on some forum talking about they couldn't start their motor, and it was a dead fuel cell, dead battery. The rats, I did it again. The throttle is behind here, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I've seen a ton of message boards. Well, my Vitarazi Moster won't do this, or my exhaust is cracked, and no, I can't do this. I lost horsepower. Blah 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 blah. I've seen a bunch of stuff. They have a bunch of problems, and I don't like problems. I like stuff that goes. So that's where I'm at here. The internet may be wrong. Maybe everybody's just shit talking in Russian or Czech, and I can't read it. But whatever. That's where I'm at on the maintenance. I haven't had any problems yet. Ryan Shaw, the guy who sells them in the U.S., seems to have no issues with his training motors. And that kind of leads me to the other point, is I trained on a rodeo, not the Blue Line, the older models, but even so, it's very similar. And so I was very comfortable with this motor. That leads me to kind of my first pro about motors. But we'll get to that in a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Travel. This has sweet, cool travel cases for everything. I don't know if I'm ever gonna travel with my stuff or have it fly, but if I do, it's ready for that. Ready to go right out of the box. I don't need to buy anything extra. It's ready to go on a plane right now. It goes in the back of my trunk like that, and it works out really, really great. So I love that it's breaks down really easy, really simply. And I just don't have to worry about it. It's the not having to worry about it is the biggest thing. Of course, I still worry about it, but I worry about it less because it's robust, it's tested, and I have it. That's not the case for all the other models, like the Scout and the Gravity Defiant. Like I didn't see anything that would be make it easy for them to travel. I know people do, but I like that this comes with the case and everything ready to go. The next thing is cross country versus acro. What type of flying are you going to be doing? I want to do cross country. I like being up there, like flying around, and I like launching from different spots and challenging myself that way. I don't really prefer the acro stuff. I don't really like to risk deflations and things of that nature. All thermal, but that's a different thing. And acro, let's get the other ones. I'm skipping ahead again. Well, I'm a doofus. Cross country. So the Maverick, probably not great for cross country. I understand it's fun for short flights, but for longer flights, it's not great. It's not very comfortable, I guess. Obviously the Rodeo, I like it. I think it would be great for cross country. Especially with the lamels. It's a little bit skimpy on like extra features and stuff, but you can store quite a bit of stuff in the actual harness itself. So there's that. The Gravity Defiant, I don't know. It doesn't. I haven't seen anything on it. I would think it would be relatively untested in that. So I'm not sure. The other thing, battery. The other thing is the Scout Enduro. The Scout Enduro is great for cross country. It's like that's its bread and butter. Definitely a good thing there. But again, that frame is flimsy. Even the Enduro frame is a little bit flimsy from the videos I've seen when people kind of biff it a little bit. So I didn't want to risk it with that. Acro, they're all pretty good for acro, I think. If that's what you're looking for. Probably the Enduro or the Scout does better just because of the fins. You don't have any torque, and so you're just paragliding at that point. Let me get into the pros and cons of this beast. So the first pro is that I'm comfortable in this thing. I trained on the older model, and so I know how it works. I know how it goes together. I know how it flies. I've felt, I trained on it. I trust it, and that's pretty huge for me. You may not be able to say the same thing. So you trained on something else and you're comfortable with that. Totally get it. The racket net, we talked about that a little bit. No snags, like Anthony Vella. It doesn't look as cool as the netting, in my opinion. The netting is cool. It looks like a turtle shell. This is like, no, you're square. You got squares. So you take what you can get. Let's see what else. The high hang points on this motor. The high hang points here, right here. My reserve over in the middle, the sun and grass. The hang points when you're flying bring you up here, and so they're relatively high. Normally on other models you have the swing bars and they're down here, so you get a lot less weight authority, weight shift authority. I like that. I prefer that over having more weight shift authority. Arizona, we have really thermally conditions, and you maybe even see right now it's a little bit windy, and I prefer the high hang points. I can't, that's just me. So you may want to do more weight shift, and maybe that's a con for you. Reliability. Oh yeah, we talked about that. The forums. Racket net, comfort. The thing is about comfort is the more comfortable you are flying, the safer you're going to be. You're going to make better decisions, and so that's why I did that. Cons. In my opinion, I didn't buy it finished. These wraps, these Velcro wraps, which may be strong, maybe not. I had to buy them at Home Depot myself. They did not come with the motor. The motor doesn't have any way to keep the cage itself secured without going and buying some type of Velcro or some type of hook and loop system, something. I, feel a little bit, that's chintzy. Just give me the whole thing. It's like a few more bucks. The throttle tension spring, I feel like it's weak. I do like this throttle a lot. This is a sweet throttle, start and stop. It feels great in my hand. Is really, really nice and easy. But the throttle tension, I feel like is not very good. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm pulling and releasing. And you see how it's kind of wants to go out in little bits like that. So I think I'm gonna get a better tensioner and put that on there. Let's see what else. It's all electric. It's all on a battery. There's no manual start. You won't see any manual start. So if you run out of juice, you're out of juice. You're done, and that may be problematic if you're going for like a camping, a fly in and fly out. So you may want to hold spare batteries with you if you're going out and doing that. That could be a con. There is no, and I mean no, butt landing tolerance on this. Maybe you can tell the cage is like a tripod and relies on the gas tank to sit, but you can even see right here, the harness will dip beneath the gas tank, and my butt is actively flying below this gas tank. I hope you can see here. And so if you come in, you hit first, the gas tank hits second, and that's no good. That said, if you're coming in for a butt landing, for the love of God, put your feet down. Your feet are going to be the best bet for absorbing any type of shock, and making sure that you're safe. So for me, that's kind of a non-issue. For you, that maybe you like butt landing, maybe you like cage dragging, who knows. Let's see, muddy, I feel like they're pros, but they may be cons to you. The motor is fairly far back from where other motors sit. It's farther off your back, and it's already angled at an angle, so you feel it more. It feels heavier on the ground. But you know, that said, it's farther away from you if anything goes wrong. Your prop is spinning farther back from you. So I prefer that. I'll deal with the extra feeling of weight. The other thing is it's heavy. It's a relatively heavy machine. It's about 60 pounds. That's not, you know, that's about standard for these, but it's still heavy. The last gripe I have, I want to show you guys this. This is it's nice because the prop all installs off of this one bolt. I like that. The only thing is once you get your props on these pins, you put your bolt back on, your plate back on, you get it secured. To actually tighten this, you need Nirvana's bolt tightener, and I wish they would have just made some type of like tensioner lock or something, but like to do that you need their handy dandy guy, and then you do such. But if you don't have that, it's like your battery, your SOL. So if you're gonna go somewhere, you're gonna take off your prop. Again, you're kind of like, what am I doing? So that's kind of a con, in my opinion. Yeah, this is my cool beast. This is what I've been flying. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate it.